$110 billion. That's the staggering new valuation for OpenAI. Yeah, the folks behind ChatGPT, right after they inked a landmark deal to put their AI straight into the hands of the Pentagon. We have combed through well over 1,000 news articles from the last 24 hours just to pull the real signal out of all that noise for you. So let's get right to it. On deck today, we're breaking down the AI pact that is completely redrawing the lines in Washington, a global travel crisis that's grounding thousands, and some wild new gadgets giving us a peek into what's shaping up to be a very, very strange future.
First up, your rapid fire bulletin. Here are the 10 biggest stories you need to know about right now. OpenAI is in, and Anthropic is out. The Pentagon has officially picked its AI dance partner, and in the process, banned its biggest rival, citing a supply chain risk. Now, what does that mean? It's likely code for concerns about foreign investment or influence somewhere inside Anthropic.
We are seeing absolute chaos in global travel. A deepening conflict in the Middle East has already grounded more than 19,000 flights, and that's creating a massive ripple effect of delays everywhere. As a direct result, oil prices are creeping towards that critical $100 a barrel mark. Over at Mobile World Congress, Honor just dropped some jaws with its impossibly thin Magic V6 foldable phone. But they also showed off something truly out there, a brand new robot phone concept. It looks like Lenovo is betting the farm on modular AI PCs. I mean, think about it. Computers you can upgrade with new AI skills just by swapping parts. They also showed off foldable gaming handhelds, pointing to a much more customized future for how we compute. India's dream of becoming a chip superpower just took a huge leap forward. Its first major assembly plant is officially open for business, and the government is even deferring customs fees to supercharge local manufacturing. The road to 6G is being paved as we speak. You've got tech titans NVIDIA, Samsung, and Nokia all joining forces to build the next generation of AI-native telecom networks. But there's a bit of a meltdown warning for NVIDIA. Their brand new flagship RTX 5090 GPUs, we're talking the most powerful consumer cards ever made, are reportedly having some issues with melting power connectors. Ouch. And you might want to get ready for the disappearing PC. Seriously, skyrocketing memory costs, all driven by the insane demand from AI data centers, are about to make building affordable computers almost impossible. Analysts are now saying this could totally kill the entry-level PC market by 2028. And the conflict isn't just physical. The cyber war is heating up, with state-sponsored hacking and threats of digital retaliation becoming a major part of any modern geopolitical fight. And finally, in a story that sounds like it was ripped straight out of a sci-fi script, scientists have successfully taught a cluster of 200,000 living human neurons, yep, brain cells in a dish, to play the video game Doom. It raises some pretty deep questions about consciousness and whether your next online opponent is actually a petri dish. Okay, let's circle back to that top story, because this OpenAI deal, it's so much more than just a headline. This isn't just another government contract. It is a fundamental redrawing of the entire AI landscape. So here's the bottom line. The US military has officially picked its champion, OpenAI, for critical defense work. And at the exact same time, it has banned its chief rival, Anthropic, calling it a supply chain risk. This single move has just created a massive schism in the AI industry, pitting these two giants against each other and forcing every other company to suddenly question who they're in business with. Look, the implications here are absolutely massive. This decision legitimizes using AI in warfare in a way we just haven't seen before. It's a clear signal to every major corporation that the AI model you choose could have real geopolitical blowback. The AI race is no longer about who has the cleverest chatbot. It is now a core piece of national security. Now a decision this big never, ever happens in a vacuum. Let's follow the money and trace the ripple effects, because this is already creating some very clear winners and losers and sending shockwaves through the global economy. And the fallout was immediate. Money is just flooding towards the winners. Of course, OpenAI, its key hardware partner NVIDIA, hardware innovators like Honor, and those rising players like India's new semiconductor plants. On the flip side, Anthropic is facing a really tough spot. Affordable PC makers are getting squeezed by those rising costs, and the entire airline industry is reeling from that geopolitical mess we mentioned. It just goes to show how unstable this new era of integrated tech and defense really is. And that crisis is having a very real, tangible impact. The tensions in the Middle East have shut down airspace, grounding over 19,000 flights and sending oil prices barreling towards $100. This isn't just some abstract number on a screen. It's real economic pain that's being felt all over the world. So who feels the biggest impact from all this? Well, for us consumers, it's pretty negative. We're looking at higher prices for travel and for our devices. For startups, though, this chaos creates opportunity. But for big companies and governments, it's this messy mix of risk and revolution. It really makes you wonder, is this level of constant, turbulent change just our new normal? Okay, let's widen the lens for a second. These events aren't happening in isolation. They are actively redrawing the global map of technological power as we speak. And you can see the power plays happening in real time. The Middle East is dealing with this triple threat of travel, energy, and cybersecurity crises. China's making a really smart pivot to AI hardware to sidestep chip sanctions. India is seizing this moment to build up its own manufacturing muscle. Meanwhile, the US is leading the AI funding race but facing heat at home for these deals. And the EU is stuck managing the travel mess while also trying to write the rulebook on AI regulation. It's a global chess game, and all the pieces are moving incredibly fast. So what on earth does all this mean for you? Let's try and boil this all down into a strategic playbook. All right, here are the key takeaways. If you're a founder, this split between OpenAI and Anthropic creates a massive opportunity for new AI agent software. If you're a CTO, the writing is on the wall. You need to accelerate your shift to AI-native infrastructure. For investors, your new obsession needs to be geopolitical risk. And for the rest of us as consumers, it's pretty simple. Get ready for higher prices and more volatility. And looking ahead, these trends are just picking up speed. Short-term, expect a fire hose of money pouring into AI agents and more chaos in the markets. But medium-term, we could actually see the end of the affordable smartphone by 2026 and the entry-level PC by 2028, all because of a massive supply chain shift that's going to change everything. And all of this leaves us with one final and, I think, crucial question. As artificial intelligence gets woven deeper and deeper into our national defense, our economies, and the devices we hold in our hands, are we actually building a more intelligent world, or are we just creating a much more complex and dangerous battlefield? To dive deeper into these stories and to stay ahead of what's coming next, visit newsbite.tech. We'll see you next time.